No! Whoa. How did you jump that high? Come on. Get out of here with that. Oh my gosh. Get wrecked, Callow. Get wrecked, Callow. Well, hello and welcome everyone. I'm the Video Gaming Reaper, back on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic today for episode number 14. In the last episode we finished up Kashyyyk and ended off back here on Yavin. Well, in Yavin's orbit, excuse me. And I did play a little bit as Bazak with Zubam. I won like 2 hands out of the 10 that I need for the discount. And then I lost a bunch after that and got real pissed, so I turned the game off. But anyways, I figure we'll just move on to the next planet now, which is Manaan, so... Meow. Oh yes. Another vision. Where will the star map be this time? And here we are. There's Otto City. Welcome, everyone. This is a pretty cool planet.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reven and Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
Well, it looked like it was underwater.
The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Reven and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
No doubt. Docking Bay 26C, that's where we're at.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you.
How rude.
It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here.
Oh, y'all have an enclave.
Many ways to fulfill your wish.
It's good to know. I'll remember that later.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi.
Oh, don't worry about it, man.
I've been rude.
It's alright.
No, really. I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, it's all good, man. I should get... Well, actually, you know what? Might as well.
Well, of course. I'm always willing to help a Jedi. What do you require?
Well... Have you heard anything about a star map?
A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nah, it's all good. I'll get out of your hair.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Mr.
No,
Jedi.
I absolutely don't got that. Merchant. What are you selling? Oh wait, I guess I don't get to find out. Who are you?
Carth Onesi, is that you?
1-year-old Jordo.
It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How have you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich. I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must have something to do with your friend here, eh? How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. You're a friend of Karth's, I take it?
Sure am. We joined the militia together back on Telos. That was a lot of years ago, of course.
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, well, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after...
why?
What I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened.
Ugh.
At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy?
Huh?
You mean Dustle?
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on
What?
Korriban.
On
Though he
Korriban?
didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustle's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustle anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Garth.
Oh, no.
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban.
No
He's a student there.
bueno.
I saw him suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Well, thanks for telling me, Jordo.
Sure, no problem. Good to see you again, Karth. Hope everything works out with Dustle.
Dustle is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him.
We'll go as soon as we're done here, man.
Thank you. I just have to see him. I have to know what happened to him. All this time I thought he was... I mean, he must be a man by now.
Yeah, I can't imagine what's going through his head. You just laid some heavy crap on him, dude. It's like for a brief moment he had hope back. His son is alive, and then he said he's joined the Sith, and that hope just was all twisted up. So anyways, what are you selling, man? Okay, everyone, so after looking in my inventory, I found another set of modded armor, kind of like the one I've been wearing. This is Mandalore the Ultimate's armor. I've had it since, I believe, fighting the Mandalorian leader on Dantooine when we got out of Jedi training. This gives me like 6 defense, a whole bunch of damage resistance to different types, immunity to critical hit, +3 strength, +3 life regen a second, +3 constitution. It's a really OP set of armor, I'm not even gonna lie. But I didn't even realize that I had this one right here, Reven's armor. It's like supposedly his Jedi armor, I'm guessing, because it looks pretty Jedi-esque, but it's from the same mod anyways. Comes in with a little less defense, a lot of the same resistances to different damages, but instead of strength and life regen and a whole bunch of constitution, it gives you force regeneration, a little bit of constitution, a whole bunch of wisdom, and a bit of charisma, so it kind of balances out my stats when I put that on. Check it out, I still have 22 strength, and from my headpiece and this armor, my wisdom boosts all the way up to 21, and my health and force is looking pretty good still, along with my different saves, so I don't know, I think I might just rock this armor until I maybe come across the Keldroma robes. I might switch over to those when I find them, but anyways, or yeah, always subject to change, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna rock these for a while. Check them out. Looks pretty cool, I think. A little bit more Jedi-esque. Alright, dude. Welcome to Manaan. While you're here, I trust you'll follow all our rules. Don't worry, I will. The docking fee is 100 credits. You'll have to pay this fee each time you dock on Manaan. I really don't like that rule. I'm a Jedi, dude. Help me out. Make it 50 credits and you got a deal. Failed. The amount of the fee is legislated by the Manaan Board of Trade and Tourism. I'm not at liberty to haggle. Fine. Take your freaking credits. I'm not even gonna listen to the rest of your dialogue. Get out of my way.
It is you.
Oh, this is Elora.
I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolee. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
That's horrible.
But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolee. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Elora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Elora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Man, this is probably my favorite side quest of the game. Let's go talk to the court.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
That sounds right. I'm aware of the Republic's indignation. However, witness reports clearly state your Republic soldiers were as willing to engage in violence as the Sith in this case.
They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. I find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. I should throw all parties involved in the Otto City jail, but since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I'll show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides instead. This court is dismissed, though I warn you that further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. They're pretty serious about protecting the neutrality, aren't they? Hi, Judge. I'm Judge Shelkar, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manaan. It's my task today to answer the needs of off-world citizens of both the Republic and the Sith Empire. If you have legitimate grievances with another party, then you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? Well, I'd like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. This is acceptable, I believe. In Manaan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. This arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You're now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. I will now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time in which to investigate and organize a defense of your client, and I advise you to use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Elassa. He's been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he's being kept in a solitary holding cell. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hospital in question pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has been informed of your appointment. Elassa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case, you are an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't need to speak to the judges, but I am going to go talk to Sunry and these witnesses. Sunry! There you are.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Elora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, Jolee?
You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire? You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case. The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. So I thought. But the Cellcast seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Well, let's go over it anyways.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Elassa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Elassa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Elassa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you.
By pulling a trigger? I mean...
They say they found my heroes cross at a crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Alright, well, I'll be going now.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
I get it, man. You won out. Running through the city, running through the city. Gotta find the hotel. You know, I really should have went with the soup instead of the salad. Hello everybody. Here's the hotel. Let's interview some witnesses, shall we? Here's the proprietor. Ignis, how are you?
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh?
I am.
Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want, too.
Well, what'd you see the night of the murder?
The Sith woman, Elassa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Well, why not?
No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic.
I didn't ask you to lie to the court. I'm just asking if you'll testify that he left before the shot happened, that's all.
Yeah, I'll tell the court Sunry left before the shot went off.
I guess this is what they call working the system. Not that I'm objecting. I just hope the Cellcath don't find out about it.
Now, was there anything else you wanted?
What do you know about Sunry and Elassa?
Elassa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Well, were there any who were the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor.
Glupor.
Like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player.
Oh,
Probably
yeah?
an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. I don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
Nope, you've answered all my questions, thank you.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. So, Glupor and Firith May. What do they gotta say? That was not intentional. Oh. Don't pay attention to me. I didn't just take 100 credits out of that locker. What's up,
You
Firith?
with the Selkath?
Yes.
You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew.
Uh,
What more do you all want from me?
I want to ask you questions. What'd you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business, with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elassa's room and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
Well, what do you know about Sunry and Elassa?
Sunry I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elassa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
You mean they were in a relationship?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think a Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Well, Elassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
You know you want to tell me.
You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Elassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
So she was a dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Alright. Dark side points gained for force persuading him to tell the truth. I mean, I didn't get dark side points for, like, bribing this guy to say something that's kind of shifty. But I got dark side points for, like, hey, tell the truth, man. Stop hiding what happened. Alright, hi, Glupor. You here with the Selkath? You have questions for Glupor? Glupor has already said everything he knows. Well, I have questions about the murder of Elassa. Well, I've already told everything to the Selkath. Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything. Everything about murder, everything about Sith Lady's room. Well, why were you at the hotel? I was staying at hotel. Glupor not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupor to live at, but Glupor saved for weeks and have enough to stay here for a few days, using Glupor's chance to live better for a while. Well, what did you see? I did not see murder. Oh no, Glupor didn't see Republic guy, the cripple Sunry his name, Glupor thinks. Glupor sees Sunry running away from scene of crime. Glupor see nothing else at all, especially not in Sith Lady's room. What about Elassa's room? Glupor just curious to see what happened. Glupor have no reason to go into room. No one paid Glupor to do it. What? Did someone pay you to do something in that room? How do you know someone paid Glupor? Well, Sith man came up to Glupor after murder, before Selkath arrived. He say he give Glupor good money if Glupor put metal into Sith's hand. Glupor good. Glupor plant evidence and leave no trace, but Glupor not recognize Sith man anyway. Glupor not recognize humans very well. No use to Selkath, so not bother to tell them. Well, that, and the Sith man say he killed Glupor if Glupor speaks. Oh no. Glupor think he can't talk more right now. Glupor feels the need to lie down, maybe just stay here. Okay, well, that's all we're gonna get out of the witnesses. Now I need to go speak to Roland Wand.
You, Jedi.
Me?
I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not?
Yes.
This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
Maybe.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Why should I believe you?
Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think I'm gonna call a little friend of mine who's really, really, really good at getting information out of computers. Go have a drink somewhere, Karth. The cantina isn't far away.
Yes?
Hey, T3. Roland Wand. Hello.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wand. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid.
I'm investigating the Sunry case.
I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic.
That's one possibility.
If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not be of more assistance in your investigation. Is there anything else?
Well, I guess while I got you here, I should talk to you about the mission I'm on from the Jedi Council.
Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council.
Well, I seek a star map, the remnant of an ancient and forgotten race.
An ancient and forgotten race? And you think it may be here on Manaan?
You know something?
Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first.
Of course. Well, what do you want me to do?
We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Faraxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
I see. Well, where's the droid?
It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manaan.
It makes sense.
Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do.
Well, how would I get inside?
There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far.
Is there another way?
We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for pass cards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way.
Well, how about the third option?
The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first?
I think I'll decrypt the pass card.
Good choice. We've been working at that for a while, but it's been too difficult so far. Maybe you'll have better luck. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Yes, of course. I promise I won't be using your computer for any nefarious purposes, and that this whole thing was not a ruse to get access to the computer room.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh?
Yeah.
Well, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns.
Oh, what kind of holes?
The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Alright, bud. T3, this is your forte. Slice the Republic system for 1 spike. Yes, please. 100 spikes to open the submarine bay doors. Disable local power grid for 125 spikes. I've never actually tried this. I'm tempted to, like, come back at the end of the game or something after I get all 125. Access restricted data archives. Successful. Downloading Sunry incident archive. This is what we're here for. The computer screen switches to a fisheye view from some sort of small surveillance device on a wall. As a woman walks into a room. As she walks further into the room, he softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. So Sunry actually committed the murder. This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunry murdering Elassa. Goodness. Sunry committed the murder. Decisions, man. Do I expose the truth, or do I try and get Sunry off anyways, even though I know he killed him, or he killed her? I'm gonna ask him, see what he says.
Jolee,
what do you got to say for yourself,
check in
man?
on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these 4 bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
There's some things we need to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah, you do. I know you're guilty. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Elassa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Elassa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
That's a hard question to answer, man. This is like probably the best, this is why it's my favorite subquest, is because there's no black or white answer here. In my opinion, like, each ending after you find out the truth is kind of sad in some different way. If you get him to confess, that's like you're still destroying his family. His wife is heartbroken and finds out that he actually did kill her, and a man who was once a Republic war hero is now put to death for murder. But if you cover up his secret and lie to the court and try and get him cleared, you feel real dirty as he's walking out of that courtroom. I don't know, man. We'll see. Let's see if he'll confess.
You think I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds?
After they've
thousands?
attacked me, I didn't shoot them in the back.
We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
Exactly.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved his eye.
Well, killing your lover while she's asleep is murder, even if she is a Sith.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place KOTOR sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without KOTOR, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
These are just excuses, Sunry. We both know you have to own up to your crimes.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of KOTOR in danger. No, I won't. Look, I may have done something stupid. And it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not confess. If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its KOTOR export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolee. I know what I did, but I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to. I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to, but know what the consequences will be.
It's consequences for your actions, man. Don't pin this on me. Just because I want to go tell the truth, it's not my fault that these things happen. You're the one that put them all in motion. Yeah. Normally, I'll defend him anyway, because I like doing the trial scene, but I kind of want to just, yeah. I don't know. I'll have to make that decision in the moment, because I'm still kind of leaning on the fence. So you're the arbiter in the Sunry Elassa murder case, then. I hope you're as impartial as the office is traditionally supposed to be. You off-worlders have a tendency to ignore the rule of law in favor of some rather irrational causes. What is it that I can do for you now? Well, I guess I want to begin the trial. Are you certain? Once it's begun, it cannot be stopped. And once judgment is given, the case can never again be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. This is the role of the arbiter. Are you certain you wish to begin the trial now? Yes, let's begin. Very well, human. I'll advise the court and we'll begin immediately. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus the Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding judges, Shelkar, Shosa, Nalshakan, Kota, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of the Sith Elassa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have any opening statements? Oh, goodness. You get the option to tell the truth right off the bat. You know what? I've never done this before, but I think I'm gonna do this. I have a recording as proof that Sunry's guilty of the murder. A recording. Let this new evidence be entered into the records. This new evidence is most convincing. Yes, it seems to be. This shortens the trial considerably. In light of this new evidence, there's no need to proceed with the witnesses or cross-examinations. This court hereby finds Sunry guilty of the murder of the Sith Elassa. In accordance with Selkath law, the prescribed punishment for murder is death. The verdict has been delivered and this trial is now over. Remove the guilty party from this courtroom.
I'm sorry, Sunry. And Elora, there's nothing more we can do.
Oh, Sunry, no!
No sanctions placed on the Republic, though. Just a man paying for his actions. Honestly, that feels like a better ending than lying to the whole court and letting a murderer walk free. Especially a murderer who killed someone in their sleep. I don't care if you were a hero at one point. That doesn't excuse the actions that you take now. I guess that was a little anticlimactic, wasn't it? I could have went through the whole defense part and everything. All it really is just the Sith trying to argue against the witnesses giving their evidence that we've already discussed with them, and then the judges decide whether or not Sunry is guilty. But yeah, with the murder investigation complete, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. I want to thank you all for joining me. I'm the Video Gaming Reaper, and as always, if you like the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Y'all have an excellent day, and of course, may the Force be with you all. Goodbye, everyone.